Welcome to the Dirt Shed Show. I'm Neil Donoghue.
I'm Owen The Bike Nerd.
And this week we're talking about wheelie world records tumbling.
And we've got some wheelie good news with some wheelie good bikes in the bike vault.
Okay, we're heading over to Poland for a pretty incredible wheelie from Kamil Kobędzowski, who actually Martin has talked about in the show before, said he's the Rodney Mullen of mountain bikes. Now I see why. So he's done the Guinness World Record for performing the longest bicycle switchback wheelie with a result of 331.78 metres. Do you know what a switchback wheelie is?
What's this? No.
I would think it's wheeling around switchbacks. It's not that. It's basically a backwards wheelie. So not like Danny Maskell. You're doing a wheelie, so the front was up in the air, but you are sat backwards on the bike.
Whoa.
Does not look comfortable. Check this out.
Okay.
You've got to be super fit. I don't know how, you know, like the loop out physics of this, when you're doing that, look really, really difficult.
Well, I'm just the whole doing something backwards. I don't know, trying to do an endo, pulling the wrong lever. It's really difficult. And I don't know.
Imagine trying to do an endo backwards. That looks like bad news, isn't it? Anyway,
he probably got the world record for that too. I mean, he sounds
like the
rad.
next project to go for, Kamil, I would say. But check this out. The video is incredible. He kind of keeps going and going, and actually, he kind of gets distracted a bit by they've built something in the road, and in the last minute he sees it, kind of avoids it, and drops the front wheel. So he's a bit gutted, but he has set a new world record. Talking about wheelie world records, actually, the manual world record. Guess how long this is? Max Ganikowski in Canada. How long could you manual for, Owen, if you had to?
Really pushing it, maybe 3 metres.
3 metres?
Yeah, that far, yeah.
I don't know how far, but I would want a downhill. But you can't set the record on downhill. It's got to be absolutely bang flat.
Oh.
And Max did 648.3 metres.
Hang on, that's like kilometre almost.
2/3 of.
Shivers.
And it doubled the previous record of 339 metres. He said during his attempt, he had to accelerate for 100 metres. I mean, I'd be out of breath after 100
Yeah,
metres.
I wouldn't be able to do that.
And then it's crucial getting the front wheel off the ground. And away he goes. This is on a BMX, which doesn't really change it, to be fair. Maybe you keep...
But you're still balancing on the back wheel, aren't you? It's still
bombing.
Yeah.
Did you know who held the record previous to this? Someone who used to be dear to us here.
Oh, right.
GMBN Dirt Shed Show. It's Chris Smith.
I thought you were going to say Steve Jones. But
no, not
Chris
Steve.
Smith, right,
Steve
okay.
Jones cannot wheel. Well, he probably can wheel. He famously goes around jumps, so I don't probably think he's that good at doing wheelies.
No, he could be good at wheelies, just not good at... I can wheelie.
Trials. Anyway, Chris Smith held the record for 216 metres. That was his record now, but he's been absolutely smoked. And Max did this it was on an airfield, so bang flat bit of time.
Ah, that's good advantage. But maybe it's time for Chris Smith to do a comeback. Maybe he can match it. Do it on an e-bike.
I'm not sure he's fit enough to sprint for 100 metres. That's his problem. The e-bike, actually. Yeah.
Heckless Chris.
Wheelie good records. Let us know what you think of the switchback world record. It's pretty crazy. Have you ever tried it? Are you going to try it after watching this? Let us know. Anyway, over to Tom with the news.
What's up, everyone? I'll begin the news this week with a quick look at this beautiful limited edition frame from Nukeproof. Last year, Keelan Grant had a Guinness-themed Giga for Last Trophy of Nations, painted up to look like a pint of the black stuff by Elite Refinish in Ireland. Well, after a lot of requests, Nukeproof have created the Stout Scout with a similar colourway. Run, don't walk to their website because frames are going for just £500. After a 7-year hiatus, Transition have released the Trans Am, their 150mm travel steel 29er. The chrome version is $100 premium at $899 for a frame, or you can get the Transition Powder Blue for $799. Full builds are available at $2,699 for the chrome, $2,599 for the blue. Updates, of course, include modern geometry, a UDH hanger, and a dropout slider, as well as many nifty configurations. On to another new bike now. I know lots of you have been following Nico Mulali's Frameworks project, and he's now landed on the appropriate spec and geo for commercial sale. Batch 1 will be 100 frames with 6061 front triangles welded in the USA, paired with a carbon fibre rear triangle and a 5-dev machined linkage. Nico's offering a 5-year warranty, and whilst he's aiming to market to the States right now, he's open to talk to international customers. $3,950 gets you a Frameworks frame, and it looks like demand is going to be pretty high. Red Bull Bike are expanding the Hardline series. They'll be offering another round to go alongside the classic Donoghue experience in Tasmania this February. Stoked to see what a new Hardline course will look like. It's been 10 years of Donoghue. The event falls ahead of Crankworx, and Stop 2 Wales in June will hopefully feature better weather this year and falls just ahead of the Leogang World Cup. A new shock from Akrigg mixing both air and coil. The Tygon is a chargeable coil shock with an air chamber that you can pressurize using a shock pump. This in combination with the coil adds in an extra level of progression, supporting that spring by providing resistance at the end of the stroke, but will allow the coil to do all of the hard work at the start, providing that supple beginning. Should be a cool option for those who want coil plushness but have a frame without much built-in progression. It uses Akrig's twin tube technology, has a lockout and all of the adjustments that you would expect. MSRP of $899 US. All right, that's my time this week. Let's catch up with Toff for the sickest thing.
Right, this week's sickest thing has to be this new video from Chris Akrigg and White Bikes called Remnants. I've seen a lot online this week about how mountain biking seems to be pointing at like this direction of just complete and utter Instagram, TikTok, copy-paste crap, and I completely agree with them, but also at the same time this video part shows that that's not the case. Look at Chris Akrigg, he's been around for like 20 years, always had the same iconic style, and he just not conformed to any of this stuff, and like what's cool is he's always like built on his style, but he's never gone away from it. Like there's a clip in here, he does front pedal, fakie tee up. He did that in his trial noir part in like 2005 or 6 or something. It was sick then and it's sick now. My favorite clips have to be the fallen tree skinny disaster and that like Wally bump jump thing to back tire. But yeah, for real, like the whole thing's just super sick, so you just gotta go check it out. Right, that's my sickest thing this week. Time to go back to the shed.
Right, it's time to reveal the winner of the 2024 Orbea Occam SL bike that we were giving away. Now, you had the chance to head over to Orbea's website and use their Myo system to design anything that you could potentially think of. The question you had to answer was, how many platforms does the new Orbea Occam have and how much rear travel do they provide? The answer was, of course, 2 perfected platforms, 140mm on the SL and 150mm on the LT. And our winner is Frederick Ziegler from Germany. Congratulations, mate. You have won your dream custom bike here. Just check this out, everybody. This stunning blue and gold Orbea that he's designed. Congratulations, mate. We'll be in touch shortly with just how you claim your prize.
Time for some hacks and bodges. Owen, you can judge a winner. Who shall win a GMBN Stunt mug? Ooh. And we'll get in. This one involves, should I say, an elastic band, which has got to be a bodge. David riding his Trek Top Fuel 8 at Oaks Fire Trail in the Blue Mountains, Sydney, Australia. Said he was 25 kilometres into a 60k ride, so not very far. Stopped for a quick break and the lower monolink bolt fell out. Stopped for a break and the bolt fell out. The nut had come off while riding at some point and the rider waited, just held it in. See, yeah, to that point. Used a rubber band to hold the bolt in to finish the remaining 35k.
I mean, good effort. That's impressive. And good use of a lucky band.
Who carries an elastic band, or did you find it? That's what I want to know.
Oh yeah, good point. Yeah. Oh wow.
Surely you'd feel it before it fell off. Would you?
I don't know. It's good.
Rattle.
It's good.
Maybe not. It does say it's a fire road ride, so maybe with all the weight on it. Yeah, top bodge,
that's
I
good
would say. Well, now we've gone from elastic bands to zip ties. Matthew riding Nuke Proof Skating Island. Needed a brake bleed, but had to wait a few days for the stuff to arrive, so adjusted the position of the lever so it was near enough the whole way out, so when I pulled the lever, it wouldn't go all the way to grip. So I see. So you got a load of travel. So just put it all the way out.
Yep.
Then I used a zip tie to pull the lever in a bit, so I could actually reach it. So he's pulled it inside.
Okay, so he's dialed it all the way out, and then
pulled it in a bit. The only real problem,
okay,
is that it gets in the way of the shift for a bit.
Right.
I would say it's probably going to be a bit inconsistent. Surely, if he, I don't know.
I mean, but brake bleed with the right. I mean, yeah, brake bleeds aren't that.
What I found, I've done some top bodging before. If you don't have, I've been somewhere, I haven't got the funnel. If you just undo the, take the bleed nut out, screw it out, and you just drop a bit in carefully, as carefully as you can. You'll get a drop and then you flick it. It's not the quickest way, but I've done it. It's worked.
I mean, there is a hack similar to this whereby overnight you can store your bike with a zip tie on the lever, sit the bike vertical so that any air can migrate up.
Yeah.
That can kind of help with getting all the last bits of air
You've still
out.
got some air in the master cylinder, surely. If you're vacating the oil to the bottom, the air to the top.
Yeah, well, it migrates it to the reservoir, and then hopefully you've got enough. But yeah, maybe a combo of both, and then you'll have brakes. But maybe I guess what we're saying is, it's nice, but actually a brake bleed and having brakes is probably better.
Oh, and you're the tech expert. I've always wondered how much oil is actually in a system. If you were just to drain it of oil, are we talking, I don't know, 50
Pints?
mil? Probably.
Yeah, it's more like shots than pints.
Yeah, not pints, surely. Yeah,
I mean, if on a tandem, might be quite long. Quite a lot of
How much
cable.
guys might be videoing that? Take a guess and we'll measure it out.
Yeah, here we can.
This has got to be in the hack territory. Robin, who lives in San Rafael, has got a whitey capper and a turbo Canevo.
Nice.
He's built some sort of bike racks for the back. It's like kind of a people carrier, not a full van. It's not a panel van. It's got windows. You've got to be careful. Your bars don't smash the windows. So he's built the rack in, bought the axle supports from Amazon. The rest is made from stuff I had lying around in the house.
Oh, nice. Okay, so it's an front axle stand and then a
wheel
wheel
out
brace.
job.
Oh, nice.
A wheel goes in. Although it's kind of, I always feel like those things can be quite hard to get. You know, you wheel your e-bike in like that. You've got to then climb in the van to secure it somehow. But there you go.
No, but that's pretty good.
There's the wheel stands in the
I
middle.
mean, maybe the next iteration he's got that on like a slidey setup.
Yeah. I
So
mean,
it can-
I said
yeah.
hack. Now I've seen it's made out of old skirting boards. I'm going down the Bodges route a little bit.
I still quite like it. I think
You got one more because I thought this is very interesting.
this is good, yeah.
Alex fell off his bike, lives in the Netherlands. On his holiday to Wales, I severely dislocated my little finger. Been there, done that. Not as funny as you think. So he's made these things. Basically, they're kind of glove attachments that go over your little and your next finger, whatever that was called.
Ring
and
finger.
Limits the range of movement. So if you fall off, they don't go come out.
Okay, it doesn't just right. Okay.
What do you think about
I mean, I'm not a doctor. I feel like riding when when you might crash and injure your finger more.
that? So you just dislocate both of them.
It feels a bit like when G had to tape his hand to the bar,
Yes.
and you're a bit like, ooh.
I've seen people do that a few times. I've dislocated my
yeah.
little finger and that finger, actually that finger.
Okay, birdie finger, yeah.
You have to get him in. My recommendation, get him back in as long as it's
Yeah.
not broken. Because I once recommended that to Mark Beaumont, gave his fingers like,
Oh.
gave a big pull, wasn't dislocated, it was broken.
Oh,
Although it kind of helped him, it got back straight,
did it?
sort of.
Okay. Let us know, Slugger. Yeah.
Owen, what are you voting on? So we've got
Lucky band hack.
Yes.
I mean, I think that's pretty good because he's also out in the boonies. It's out in the middle of nowhere.
Yes, he is.
In Australia, it's not.
Definition of the boonies.
Yeah,
probably.
yeah. They do have snakes. They've got a lot of
Could have
smaller
tied
things.
a snake around it, surely.
Yeah, yeah, I think the Lucky Band, Lucky Band's good. I like the internal, bike rack. I think that's quite good.
Well, I've forgot your name up here. This is Robin. Yeah, go on then.
Yeah,
Stunt Mug
I think,
heads over
Stunt
to
Mug is for him. I like that. It's good.
San Rafael, wherever that is.
And also, Matey's done his finger hack. That's good, but maybe take up trail running instead, just for a bit while they heal. Just saying.
Time for this week's Caption Contest, and this week you're going to win a jersey, GMBN jersey for the best one. It is, would you believe it, a funny picture of Rich.
Oh, really?
This week, and last week, well, I don't know last week, but most weeks it's a funny picture of Rich. Put in this pose. Of course, we've got to start with Cornish Cactus, who jumps in every week. He says, Rich has spent the last 2 weeks at Mr. Miyagi's training camp. We're not sure if his riding's improved, but our car's very shiny.
Oh, that's good.
Funny, although I'm not sure Mr. Miyagi is still with us, so
Oh.
I don't know that.
Really?
I feel like that news came about sometime.
Oh.
Who knows?
Slightly awkward and sad news there. Shall I do the poem one?
Go for it.
Right, okay. I may stumble, but this is from Sickest Thing. There was a young chap called Payne who liked to practice the crane. While out on the trails to avoid lots of bales, this act was sadly in vain.
I think that's pretty good.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, no, good work.
It's tough when you have to compete with Cornish Cactus, but Cornish Cactus can't win everything. And we're going Jersey this week. Normally it's a stunt mug, I believe. So I think, 6 string, 73, send us details. We'll send you a fresh GMBN jersey in the post. Moving on to things we like this week. And I mean, maybe it's my age, but I love following the retro downhill accounts on Instagram.
Yeah.
There are a few, but the original is a guy called Malcolm Fearon, who's one of the best mountain bike photographers from over the years.
Yep.
He's called Bliss Images, and I would definitely recommend following him because he posts every week. Well, more than that actually, but
Oh yeah, there we go. There is Palmer in there. I think, is that Nevergal? Specialised days?
I think it was a Never Rode Navigal. I think one of Malcolm Fearon's pictures, one of my favourite pictures, was the one of dead on where you couldn't see you see the line of his disc. You know, the one was bombing towards camera.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Oh, I love that picture.
It may have appeared on a magazine that another person that works here used to write for a little bit.
Dirt magazine, we can say it.
Well, actually, okay, cool. So I've got one of those iconic dirt mags with Palmer on the front, and I got very lucky and met, thanks to Mr. Nigel Page. Thank you, Nigel. I got to meet the icon that is Palmer. So you got to sign it, and then he told me this amazing story how he had a stack about that high. That's off the floor, and that's about 6 foot. Me and Neil are quite tall. Of that issue of Dirt.
Palmer did?
Yeah.
Whoa.
He got loads. He was like, basically, he was excited because that was going to be his retirement fund. And then one night he had a drink or two, and he might have spilt a drink on it, and then obviously that pile was ruined. So, yeah.
What was he going to do? Sign them and sell them?
Well, I think so, but yeah. I've got one signed, so I feel like...
You didn't have to pay for it?
Well, I paid for the original Dirt mag when it came out.
£3.
I also got a poster signed. So Dirt, way back, did a dual-sided poster, and it got Palmer on one side, and then it had got Charlie Kelly, one of the OG mountain bikers, on the other side, both like railing a turn. Yeah. And through randomness, I've got them like to sign.
Both signed?
Yeah.
So you have to alternate it?
This is where it's fallen down. Not literally, it hasn't fallen off the wall, but I'm like, how do I hang it? Because either I'm kind of like, I'm not respecting Palmer, or I'm not respecting one of the OG originators of mountain bike.
I'll tell you what, I bet the kids don't have posters these days, do they? Bet they don't.
I don't know, yeah. Let us know in the comments. Have you got posters? Something I like this week is Mark Scott, Enduro racer. I think he also did DH back in the day.
He did, yeah. I raced him in the British Enduro for a while, but he's gone on to race a lot of Enduro World Series and World Cups. Yeah, and he's kind of venturing into some crazy gravel and fitnessy stuff as well.
Yeah. I saw him actually at Duke's Weekender racing gravel. I think he won it. He smoked everybody. I think there was a lot of gravelistas there who thought they were going to do well, and the Enduro kid came along and smoked
super
everyone.
fast, I know that. And he's made this video for Santa Cruz, actually. What's he done, Owen? Tell us.
He's tried to ride every single trail in Golfy, which is an iconic hill in Innerleithen up in Scotland, one of the 7 Stains. He's ridden 146 kilometres, which, no mean feat, 8,287 metres.
That is ridiculous. If you've ever ridden there, it's definitely an iconic place. And we raced the EWS, we did a couple of stages on that hill, and that climb is hideous. I think he rode a variety of climbs, because why not? But the fire road there is hideous.
Yeah, that's huge. 18 hours on the bike, 246k. I mean, that's big.
Dedication, I like it.
Yeah, good work.
Anyway, some GMBN news here. We have a new book, our first ever book. This is the Essential Mountain Bike Maintenance book. With 70 walkthroughs of things of how to look after any type of bike, be it cross-country, trail, enduro, slopestyle, whatever. Plus, on the pages, you have a QR code. So if you want to watch the sort of accompanying video, you can click that as well. But if you want to learn how to look after your bike, or you already know you want to get better and learn some really more advanced stuff as well, check this out. Plus, the first 250 copies available for pre-order now are going to be signed by us here at GMBN. So presenters will jump in there. We've got to sign 250, so I haven't written much for a while, so I might get a bit messy at the end. Yeah. There you go. Check out our Essential Mountain Bike Maintenance book and pre-order now. Got some great videos coming up this week on GMBN. I've done a couple actually. I rode the first ever mass-produced downhill bike, the Verlici. I rode that. I remember friends riding this bike. I remember seeing lots of pros ride it. I was shocked, shall I say, when I rode this bike.
Was it better than a hardtail?
No, I wouldn't say so.
Wow.
Well, I don't know. So it would have been. To race down it would have been, but it's crazy the amount of pedal kickback, high pivot, center pivot. Oh my gosh. Rode it, it was interesting. Plus, on Sunday, I've got a cheap hardtail versus cheap full suspension bike. The common sort of thinking there is that you get better components for your money if you buy a hardtail. So I compared the bikes and sort of worked out what I think you should buy. If you've got, if you're looking at a budget bike, which should you go for?
And there's also how to master manuals. So if you want to get manualing like that Canadian
Backwards,
kid,
is this switchback manuals? Probably not.
don't know. We'll find out. Yeah, I think it'll be good though, because I need to practice manuals a lot. I've lost the skill.
Get in there. Right, we shall head in to see what we've got in the bike vault this week. We are heading to Billesholm, Sweden, to see Adam's Specialized Stunt Jumper Alloy 2022. Was the first fall ride out of the season. Isn't it nice in the woods at the moment?
Yeah,
it's
magic.
UK. Well,
Yeah.
it was very muddy when I went this weekend, but the trees look nice at least. My bike weighed a ton. What are we saying?
I like it. What are my options?
Nice or super nice?
Oh, super nice. Yeah. Do I ring a bell?
Go on then. We have got an e-bike. We do let them slide occasionally. This is Ellis's 2023 Nukeproof Megawatt Elite Turpin Twist Trails. This is a good spot. I've ridden there before. It's flipping good. What do you think? I like those bikes. They're supposed to be really good. I know I'm going to say, I'm jumping in and saying super nice. It's a cool picture as well.
Surely mega nice.
Mega nice. Yeah, I like it. Look at the seat angle of this. What is it? It's a Giant Glory 2017. I like the paint job. I don't remember that.
No, that looks really cool, actually.
This is in Bavaria, Coburg.
Oh,
Just
nice.
finished a new build, custom painted frame. That's why I don't remember seeing it. That is cool. Kind of jazzy blue.
Yeah, I like it.
How much do you like it?
I mean,
Not enough for a super nice.
no, it's a super nice.
No, now we're talking paint. Turner,
Yeah,
DHR.
super nice.
Did Sam Blenkinsoff ride one of these?
Yes.
What's his name? What's the other guy? Philip Polk.
Yeah.
Polk rode one of these back in the day. Not in that colour though. This is in Savasari, Hamina, Finland.
Oh.
Matti Leikoinen, a Finnish
Yeah,
downhill
he is,
rider.
yeah. Hey, Mita Kuulu.
I really wanted to get into downhill riding, but soon realised I might not have the money. But with a little searching and support from my grandparents, I was able to find it. Brilliant. I love that. I've talked about buying older downhill bikes and just how good value they are. Yeah, they're not kind of as, cutting edge as the race bikes you see now, but they are really, really good still. They're super capable, and I love the way they've done that. So that's good enough for super nice for me. Now we're on something a bit kind of more niche, should I say. This is a 0.45 titanium 160mm double bacon. Is that the name of the bike frame? Double 0.45 double bacon. This is Somerset West, South Africa, designed and manufactured from scratch. This has been my main ride for almost the last 2 years. Can change from a 130 front and rear with 66.5 degree head angle to a full-blown 160 with 64. I'm a full-time industrial designer in the cycling industry, so I always wanted to make my own bikes. Starting on kinematics, moved to 3D, and then partnered with a high-quality factory in the east to do the manufacturing. What? And made a billet titanium rocker link.
Okay,
Well,
that's super rad.
I mean,
big chunk of tyres a link. I haven't seen that. That's awesome.
that is, if there was a level above super nice, which of course there isn't, that would probably be worthy, but you're getting above super.
Yeah, super nice.
Franz Swan, I believe the name is. That is pretty cool. Love the story behind that as well. That is a very nice bike. Moving on to our hardtail. This is not unlike the bike we saw Kamil riding, doing the switchback wheelie on, actually. Was that Marin? Well, look, I think maybe. This is 2022 Marin Alcatraz. Got the Hellfare sticker on there, because obviously Matt Jones is a Marin rider. I like it. Dirt jump bike, super simple. Rear brake. How do you feel about what dirt jump bikes with one brake?
I like front brakes, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like endos. Still super nice though, and good barbecue, so we like that.
There you go, bonus barbecue. Now this is Jonathan's 2004 K2. Raised, do you remember it had the shock that kind of didn't have an end?
Yeah, I think Turner did. Turner helped with. He did a bike really similar to it, but I think yeah.
Yeah, vaguely. It doesn't look strong enough. It looks like you should need to whack the shock off the front somehow. But this is in Humboldt County, California. My first build in honour of my uncle who passed away last year. My first mountain bike. He also says, "Feel free to be honest about the bike. No worries." Like, as if we shall not slag it off. I think it's cool.
No, but I think it's super cool. Yeah, it'd be really interesting.
So
a gorgeous forest too. So.
Yeah, doesn't it look nice? Looks a bit like Santa Cruz. That. My first mountain bike I ever owned and built it up on my own. Custom Fox shocks, 26 rear, 27.5 up front.
Nice.
That's, yeah, I like that. It's cool. I love the colours. It kind of reminds me of a Ritchie colour scheme. I might be wrong. But
Yeah, no, Ritchie did do a tricolour. I think they still do some limited editions for their Ultra. Is their hardtail these days?
kind of, they look like custom stickers on the fork as well, kind of retro-y.
Yeah,
like
it's
it.
interesting to know if it's a stock fork and he's just like been able to shoehorn in the 27.5.
I've done that in the past with 36. It was close, but it worked.
Yeah,
if you're living in California, it's not going to rain, so you don't worry about mud clearance.
Well, I feel like Ibis, also a Californian brand, they, for their Mojo, they basically sold a link that you could fit to the 26-inch back end. You could fit a 650B as long as you played nice with it.
Did we ring the bell?
I know, super nice.
Yeah, super nice. This is interesting because it's got the Wu-Tang paint job, which I like. This is Linden's 2017 Kona Operator, single speed as well. I didn't notice that. Wu-Tang themed Kona downhill bike. I mean,
Yeah,
what can you say?
yeah, that is super nice. And yeah, killer tune as well.
Yes, I love that. Now on to Brandon's rally chopper. I'm not a big fan of rally choppers, which is controversial because people of the age who rode in the 70s love these things. I just don't get it.
Yeah, no, I don't either.
So
I mean,
nice.
but he's got suspension fork on it.
Oh,
He
yeah.
hasn't got the original teeny tiny 16-inch wheel on there.
Oh, so it built me my 16 as a primary mountain bike chopper fan. It is a 16 then. What?
Right.
So you used to have a 16 front wheel.
Tiny wheel, but it's got a
Yeah.
fork on there. I mean, it's super nice because he's kind of modded it and stuff. Yeah, not for me.
On to Andrew Starling Twist, the Derwent Dam. First ride out on the new build. Starling frames, so built just down the road from us here.
Yeah.
With everything else lifted from my old Caliber Century Pro. Nice, I like it. So I've done a frame upgrade. Like it.
That's awesome. That's really smart.
Go on then, Owen, you get the vote.
Super nice.
Finishing on downhill bike, and I love it, so I'm going to give it a Commissar Supreme V5. Kind of a funky looking downhill bike, but I like it. Mixed wheel size. Got the kind of big mud guard number plate and that kind of fairing.
Yeah, but I think it's like a cover for the.
I didn't realise it had
wheel.
one on the other side. It looks almost like a vent for the rear disc.
Yeah, it does, yeah.
You don't see the team riders running them, I don't think. So.
No, but then I think they've got custom position of where that jockey wheel is.
Oh.
Because it's right, I think they're on a development bike, but yeah.
There you
also
go.
very nice.
Good top info from Owen. Keep sending your bikes in. There's a link in the description down below the video if you want to send it in. We love looking at your bikes. There's always a massive variety. I love picking a bit of retro, a bit of downhill.
Yeah.
And yeah, we'll give them a super nice if we think they're super nice. Anyway, thanks for watching this week's show and we'll catch you next week.